Guys, right behind me, this is an absolutely stunning home in the interior, and we are going to be taking you through this triplex project. First, we're going to take you through this home right behind me, and then next we're going to take a look at the back unit, which that is their larger unit. We are here in the city of Coquitlam in a very convenient location, pretty close to the highway as well as all your daily amenities. So we're going to get into all the information in regards to that. So without further ado, let's go in and check it out right now. All right, guys, so let's go and walk on in and take a look at this home. This will be the first unit in this triplex. That is unit number 2, which they are pretty much identical units. And the third unit is at the back, which we'll be taking you through next. But that one has a different floor plan. And here in the front, this is a pretty gross day out here, but you do have a pretty generous amount of front yard space. And then the parking as well is on the back. But first, let's go on in and take a look at this absolutely gorgeous interior home and the finishings that they've used. So right when you walk in on the left here, you're greeted with a closet. So this is a pretty spacious one where you can hang your coats, put your shoes, store it down there. And this is of course the ideal location to have this. And I want to note, when we turn around, if you take a look at this door, you have some windows to the left, the right, and on top, which you don't really typically see that nowadays. Typically they're completely just a wall there on the side. So this is a pretty cool touch, get in a little bit extra natural light. And then right in front of you, this will be bathroom number 1. And a pretty interesting one, because typically on these main levels, what you see is a powder room, but this actually is more than a powder room. This is a full-on bathroom with a standing shower. So we're gonna open this up, give you a little look in here. And even for your soap here, you got some additional lighting, which you'll see that is a pretty common theme throughout the entirety of the home. And so let's walk on into this main part of this. What you're looking at right here, this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with just shy of 2,000 square feet in its interior. So this is spread across 2 floors, so you're gonna get absolutely a lot of space, massive space for each of these floors like you're looking at right now. This is an absolutely beautiful living room setup. You got a lot of space like we mentioned. If your couch is set up in a more functional way, where it's on this side and you're pretty good distance away from the TV, and if you just turn your head slightly to the right, you have an absolutely massive window that's gonna let in a bunch of light all throughout the day. And then if we turn this around and give you a bit more of a panoramic shot at this entire main level, you're gonna see how wide this unit is. So this, even though this is a triplex, a lot of the triplex that we're seeing right now in this area will be more of the narrow type, where sometimes they're trying to fit in a little shy of 2,000 square feet across 3 levels, in which case each of the level will be a little bit smaller in square footage, but you will have 3 floors and a little bit more separation. But for a lot of people, they really like this open concept living. And what you're looking at, this is an absolutely gorgeous kitchen. I mean, just look at the size of this island. This is a massive island, what you're gonna see in a lot of single family homes. And we're gonna walk you through the kitchen, don't worry about that. But I wanna first off, just from a kitchen standpoint from over here, give you a shot at how much space you actually have throughout this main level. So like they have stage, you can have a perfectly good sized living room as well as a complete, where they have designated lighting spot as a chandelier. You can definitely put in a larger size table, but they just have a very humble size one here, seating around 6 people. And then if you notice to the back over here, this will actually be your side entrance. So we're gonna actually walk you out there after we go through this home and show you this actually will lead to your parking, which you can obviously park right outside either on the street, or you do have your 2 designated parking spots out back. And if you're out back, you'll just have to walk along the side street, the side paved path into this unit. But we're gonna talk about the kitchen in just a second. First, I wanna come back here and show you some of its little features. So this actually, I'm gonna shut the door after, because this is a crawl space, but this is a finished crawl space. So if you're one to, you want some additional storage space, maybe you're big into snowboarding, skiing in the winter season, and you just want some additional space, you have that right over here. And this is, like we said, actually a finished flooring. So let's shut that off. And if we turn right into here, this first room, room and a half actually, that you have down here, this is a perfect spot for a home office like they have set up. And the nice thing about this is that you actually have windows. So a lot of the dens that you see in these type of homes, you're pretty cut off from the natural light. So having a decent sized window here right on the side is definitely a plus. And then this is a removable wall. So if you would like, you want to turn this into a larger room, you can definitely remove that. It's just 2 pieces of drywall here. And then this, and if you want the bit of the separation, this can be like they set up either a kid's playroom, or if maybe you want to turn this into a second home office where maybe you are a couple, a family, the wife and the husband, you guys can have separate home office spaces. Let's see who fights and gets this one first because of the window. But if we turn around, pretty sneaky spot, but this will be where your wet bar is. So like we mentioned earlier, and I hope you're noticing, they have put in pretty unique and special lighting all throughout the home. They have the LEDs that really make this pop and glow. And this is a wet bar. You can store some additional stuff down here. But this is a dangerous spot because it's right beside your home office. So maybe you wanna make sure you keep the liquor away. But now I'm sure you guys have been waiting. We're gonna go through this kitchen. So this is, like we said, this island is absolutely massive and it's gorgeous. And we're gonna walk through each part of it. So right here you have a fully integrated fridge, and they've used, good appliances, Fisher and Paykel. And with the integrated fridge, you're not gonna be able to tell, you're not gonna see any of the silver. It'll be fully blended in to the cabinetry that they've used. And if we go right along, sticking to a pretty light color scheme. I like this color scheme because it pops, gives us a lot of light, especially in Vancouver. As all of you know, it is quite a rainy city. So in the winter times, when it's raining and a little bit dark outside, it's definitely nice to walk home, walk in, and feel like you're in a very bright and lighter unit compared to coming back into a darker scheme unit, and it kind of just feels like you're back outside. But here you have your sink, and then of course the dishwasher, keeping in line with everything else, fully integrated in there. And let me just open some of these up so you can see. Oh, they already stored some stuff. So it's cool to look at what the corner setup is. And then if we turn right around, this will be, of course, where your microwave is. And then quite a bit of additional storage. Since this is such a large island, you have plenty of space to put in extra storage. And then this is a cool spot because they have a cutout here and they put in actually a wine fridge. So this is a nice little extra bonus touch for all of you that want to make sure your wine is nice and cool. But there you have it. That is the first main level. You do have an electric fireplace and again, some cool LED lighting below. But now let's go on upstairs and take a look at the bedrooms you have upstairs. And right before we do so, forgot there is a pantry, additional pantry space right in here. So very useful. So as we're going up the stairs, I just want to say, make sure you stick around, guys. The next home that we're looking at, it is a completely different layout. And I'm curious as to which one you prefer. That one does have 200 additional square feet in its interior. So it's gonna feel even more spacious than this one. And as always, make sure you stick around for the end where we're gonna get into the pricing and all the information that you need in regards to this unit. But first off, let's finish off with this home. There's still a lot of bedrooms to cover. You have this little corner cutout, which I'm not entirely sure what you would do over here. Probably not too much you could do, but it is a pretty unique design. And then to the right here, instead of a first bedroom, you get another den. So this could potentially be a great spot for if you have kids and they need a study room. You can put them in there. And if we turn around, this will be bedroom number 1 up here. Pretty good size. Got your window and your closet. So the closet isn't the largest of closets. This will be pretty in tune with the type of closet size that you typically see in these multiplexes for a secondary bedroom. And then if we continue on, this is another cool little touch that they've done. So before I give it away, I hope it's an obvious one. But personally, when I see a light shining onto the wall, this just screams the perfect spot to put some painting, some decor, and it almost feels like you're in an art gallery. But anyways, if we turn around here, this will be your shared bathroom. You got double vanity and automatic sensor for your undermount lighting. And then if we turn around, you got a very good size walk-in shower. So I just want to come in here, give you a little bit of a feel. They definitely put the tiles all the way up. And you got a little seat. I'm sitting down right now and there's plenty of space. So yeah, this is a great shared bathroom here for the 2 secondary bedrooms. So that's actually the primary, which we're gonna get to in just a second. This will be the secondary bedroom. You got a view of the inside street. Sorry, there's a mesh there. So this is actually a really quiet street, even though it is very close to all your daily amenities. And like we mentioned, getting onto the highway, this is a very private street, and we're gonna take you to the back and you'll know exactly what we mean. A very similar size closet in this one. So let's go on in and check out this primary bedroom. You got a very good size primary bedroom. This is a king size bed. You got both of your bedsides and additional space on the side. You have your own complete private deck. So if you want, set up some chairs down here, or up here I should say, and you can relax at night. Or maybe in a hot summer day, this would be a nicer spot to sit and have your morning coffee, but definitely not right now. It's way too cold and just a little bit gross outside to be having coffee outdoors. But yeah, definitely a very spacious room. And they don't have a walk-in closet in this one, but it is going to be larger and more spacious than the secondary bedrooms as expected. But it would have been nice, in my opinion, to have a walk-in closet over here, especially for a primary bedroom and for a home, for a unit of right there at 2,000 square feet in its interior. So they got quite a bit of square footage to work with. But this will be the ensuite, absolutely gorgeous with the tiles. Again, you see the motion sensor for the lighting. And here you have both a standing shower as well as a tub. And this is as ideal as a setup could be for a bathroom. And the cool thing about this is a lot of these tubs that you see when they have in the primary ensuite, when they have both a standing shower and the tub, is that the tub actually just has an option to fill up the tub itself. But this one actually has a shower head. So, you know, this is, I know, tiny things, but I just wanted to point that out because you don't see that all too often. And then right over there, another cool touch, you'll see they've actually labeled it. This is a heated towel rack. So, you know, in the winter, like we're in right now when it gets cold outside, you jump out of the shower or tub, you're gonna be kind of freezing and chilly. So having a heated towel, just a little bit of bonus luxury. And the last thing that we want to take you through before we get on to the next unit will be, of course, the utility room. You got the washer and dryer stacked. Unfortunately, they got the AC over here, so you're not gonna have side-by-side laundry. This will just be the traditional stacked. All right, guys, there you have it. I hope you're enjoying this project so far. We're gonna hop into the next unit, which is 2,000 square feet larger than this one and a completely different floor plan, as well as we're gonna hop on back there and show you what the parking is like. So make sure you stick around for that. But look, if you're interested in a home like this, maybe you want something a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, or in a different location, there are a bunch of these new developments, new multiplex homes in this area, and some of them are off market. So if you're thinking of making a move, you're interested in a home like this, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm gonna link our contact information right up there. You can call, text, email, whatever you please. Better yet, book a Zoom call and we would love to help. But now let's hop on next door and check out the next home that we have prepared for you. All right, guys, so right before we get into the next unit, which is this one right here in the back that we're taking you through, I just wanna show you the parking from back here. So this is a triplex. So they're going to have 6 total parking spots, 2 for each unit. And this is a back alley and it's closed off on both sides, so you're not gonna have any cars driving through. And as you can see, this area has quite a few of these multiplex homes. That right there actually is a detached home. So this is an area that's seeing quite a bit of revamp from very old single family homes that have been torn down and rebuilt into multiplex or newer single family homes. But this is the unit we're taking you through. And last thing I just wanna know is this is the side path, the paved path that we were talking about, where if you park your car from back there, you can walk right up here and then into the side door from the last unit that we took you through, which is right over here, this guy. But now we're gonna take you through the next unit and make sure you guys stick around to the end where we get into all the information. So let's keep going. All right, guys, so this is the next unit that we are taking you through. It is a completely different layout, same type of features inside the home, but even right when you walk in, you can see that the floor plan of this unit is very different. Like we mentioned, this is still a 4-bed, 3-bath unit, but it's going to have 2,200 square feet in its interior compared to the last one that we took you through, which has 2,000. So you got 200 extra square feet in this home. And right when you walk in, this is going to be first a hallway with a closet that you just saw that's going to take you into the main level. And this, just like the last unit, this will be a full bath down here on the main level as opposed to just a powder room. And we didn't cover this in the last one, but the reason for that is because the room that we took you back there in the last unit, which was the office space and the kids' playroom, this, you have the same feature and functionality in this one where you have this wall in between, but if you would like, this wall can be removed and you have your additional bedroom down here. And that is the reason why you have your full bathroom right down here. So if there was someone that's using this as a bedroom, they can easily access a full bathroom just steps away. But like we said, this is built out the same way with the same features, just completely different in the way it's laid out. This will be facing the back. That was the parking spot that we just took you through. And then now, as you continue in this hallway, you're going to meet and be greeted by an absolutely complete open space in this main level. So obviously this home is not staged, so we're gonna have to use some imagination. But even though the features are almost exactly the same, there are going to be some minor differences. The first being that right here on the main level, you actually have a walkout door right over here in the back. So if we turn this will lead you right into your parking spots as well as your backyard, which is down there. You have a little bit of grass space, not extremely large, but I would say probably around the similar size as what the front unit has as a front yard. So you can do some stuff here in the back. And then with this island, this island looks to me to be a little bit bigger. And the reason for that, I believe, is because they have stretched out the actual counter part of this island over the edge so that you can actually put stools in here. So this can be like a breakfast bar where your kids can be eating breakfast here as opposed to being at a dining table. And then even, this is the same as the last unit that we didn't open up, but even within this island, you have additional storage space. So that's pretty cool. And then also, we didn't mention this in the last unit, there is actually for each of these 3 units, a security system included. So that's pretty nice because you can have the camera set up and you can see what's going on outside. But then the rest of the home, it's going to be pretty similar. You have your L-shaped kitchen here. And the next difference is your sink actually is going to be right below your window where you can look out into the back. This is not the most beautiful of views, but this is a neighborhood. And as you can see, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but that is a pretty new home. And right here, this will be a potential for a builder, a developer to take it down and rebuild it to something along the lines of what you're looking at right now. But now, I just want to take a couple steps back so you can see how much space you're dealing with. Even between the island and then where the stove is, you have a bunch of space in between. So it's really wide. So someone's cooking over there and then you got some guests or someone's setting things up here on the island. You won't be bumping shoulders, you won't be hitting elbows because that's how much space that you're actually working with. And if you turn around, this is the view that you have from the kitchen. You'll see absolutely massive space for your living. And then your dining table would be right over here underneath the chandelier. And again, if we come over here, this is slightly different, but this will still be pantry space. Very spacious in there. And then you still have your crawl space over here. So like we mentioned, the features are still pretty much the same. And that is your wet bar that you saw in the last one as well. So now let's take a quick look upstairs and see how this different layout looks in terms of the bedrooms and the top floor. So as we come up, you still have your den right away on your right, but then your bedroom is not on the left anymore. You have to go down this hallway where your washer and dryer is here on the right. And then you're gonna have all your bedrooms very close to each other. So this will be secondary bedroom number 1. And I will say these bedrooms compared to the last unit are a little bit bigger, and that's also because you're working with more square footage. So per bedroom you have, I don't know the exact numbers, we'll get to that towards the end, but you have a little bit extra space per bedroom. This is the secondary bedroom, definitely larger than the other one. This feels almost like the size of a primary, and even the closet space in this one is larger than the secondary of the other. This is the same size closet as the primary bedroom of the other unit. And if we come in here, this will be the primary bedroom. Although I will say the primary bedroom feels a little bit smaller compared to the other one. So maybe it evens out a little bit, but this will be the closet, and you still have your private deck over here. And then your ensuite is right in here. Of course, the design and all that is exactly identical and the same as the last unit. All right guys, so there it is. We're gonna hop on the screen now and get to the pricing. I'm gonna show you the floor plans and all the information that you need. So let's cut to that. All right guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the tour of this brand new, beautiful triplex development. And as always, we're gonna get into the pricing as well as the floor plan now. And right before we do so, I just wanna say, if you're looking for a home similar to this one, or maybe you're looking for something a little bit different or in a slightly different area, don't hesitate, go ahead and reach out to us. We will leave our contact information right up there. You can call us, shoot us a message, or better yet, book a Zoom call, and we would love to be of value and help you along this journey. But now getting back to the development, like we mentioned, this area is in a very convenient location. You're really close to a lot of your daily conveniences, whether that be shopping and dining, so your TNT and a bunch of restaurants, or your amenities like bowling, cinema, and IKEA are all within very short driving distance, as well as it's very easy to get on the highway from where this project actually sits. But now getting to the actual homes, the first home that we took you through, that is their 4-bed, 3-bath unit with around 2,000 square feet in its interior. And these homes have a starting price of $1.438 million. We're gonna leave the floor plan up there for you guys to take a look. And if you are curious what a smaller size home in this similar area looks like on its interior, I'm gonna link some of the tours that we have done up there so you can check those out. As always, thank you guys so much for sticking around, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.